Hi, kindergarten friends! So today I have a read aloud for you that's called Goldilocks and the Three Bears, retold by Candice Ransom. And we're going to read this book today together.
Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Once there were 3 bears who lived in a neat little house deep in the woods. The great big bear was Papa Bear. He had a loud, growly voice. The middle-sized bear was Mama Bear. She had a sweet, low voice. And the smallest bear was Baby Bear. He had a high, squeaky voice. Every morning, the bears had breakfast together. They each had their own bowl, which they filled to the top with hot porridge. There was a great big bowl for Papa Bear. There was a middle-sized bowl for Mama Bear, and there was a little bowl for Baby Bear. After breakfast, the bears rested in the living room. They each had their own chair to sit in. There was a great big chair for Papa Bear, there was a middle-sized chair for Mama Bear, and there was a little chair for Baby Bear. The bears sat in their chairs and talked about how nice and quiet their cozy little house was. In the evening, the bears were sleepy. They went upstairs to their cozy bedroom. They each had their own bed to sleep in. There was a great big bed for Papa Bear, there was a middle-sized bed for Mama Bear, and there was a little bed for Baby Bear. Papa Bear snored loud, growly snores. Mama Bear snored sweet, low snores, and Baby Bear snored high, squeaky snores. One morning, the bears found that the porridge was too hot to eat, so they went for a walk in the woods to let their breakfast cool. That same morning, a little girl named Goldilocks went out early to pick flowers for her mother. She walked farther and farther into the woods until she came upon a neat little house. Hungry and tired, Goldilocks knocked on the door. "I wonder who lives here," she thought, but no one answered. What do you think she's going to do? What should someone do if they knock on the door and nobody answers? What would you do? Let's see what she does. Oh, she must have gone inside because now she's looking at the food. Something smelled good. Goldilocks went inside and saw 3 steaming bowls on the table. She ate a spoonful from the great big bowl, but the porridge was too hot. She ate a spoonful from the middle-sized bowl, but the porridge was too cold. Then Goldilocks ate from the smallest bowl, and the porridge was just right. She ate spoonful after spoonful until the porridge was all gone. Wow, so Goldilocks just went in a stranger's house, and she's eating their soup. What do you think about that? I wonder what's going to happen. Goldilocks was tired from walking so far. She wanted to rest. She looked around for a nice chair. In the living room, she saw 3 chairs. Uh-oh, what do you think is going to happen? First, Goldilocks sat in the great big chair, but it was too hard. Next, Goldilocks sat in the middle-sized chair, but it was too soft. Then Goldilocks sat in the smallest chair, and it was just right. But crash! The bottom broke, and whack! The back snapped. Goldilocks fell to the floor with a thump. The little chair was smashed. Uh-oh, whose chair does that belong to? Whose chair does that belong to? Baby Bear. I hope Baby Bear doesn't get too sad. Now Goldilocks was really tired. She walked upstairs and peeked into the cozy bedroom. 3 beds stood neatly against the wall. "I'll just lay down right here," said Goldilocks. First she climbed into the great big bed, but it was too hard. Next she climbed into the middle-sized bed, but it was too soft. Then she climbed into the smallest bed. That felt just right. Goldilocks snuggled under the quilt and soon fell fast asleep. Uh-oh. What do you think is going to happen? A short time later, the bears came home. They thought their porridge must be cool enough to eat now. Papa Bear looked in his bowl and frowned. "Somebody has been eating my porridge," he said in his loud, growly voice. Next, Mama Bear looked in her bowl. "Somebody has been eating my porridge," she exclaimed in her sweet, low voice. Then Baby Bear turned his empty bowl upside down. "Somebody's been eating my porridge," he squeaked. "It's all gone." Oh, how do you think their faces look? Yeah, his eyebrows kind of going down. He looks a little mad. These two look so sad. Their eyes are like so innocent and so sad looking. Papa Bear walked into the living room. His chair had been moved. "Somebody has been sitting in my chair," he said in his loud, growly voice. Next, Mama Bear saw the flattened cushion on her chair. "Somebody has been sitting in my chair," she exclaimed in her sweet, low voice. Then Baby Bear found his little chair smashed into pieces. "Somebody's been sitting in my chair," he squeaked, "and now it's broken." Oh no, they look so sad. That's such a big frown. Oh, do you see anything? Any hints? The bears went upstairs. Papa Bear saw that the pillow on his bed had been moved. "Somebody has been sleeping in my bed," Papa Bear said in his loud, growly voice. Next, Mama Bear looked at her bed and saw that the covers had been messed up. "Somebody has been sleeping in my bed," she exclaimed in her sweet, low voice. Uh-oh. What do you think is going to happen next? Then Baby Bear looked at his bed. A little girl with golden curls lay fast asleep on his bed. "Somebody's been sleeping in my bed," squeaked Baby Bear. "And there she is!" Goldilocks woke up at the sound of Baby Bear's high, squeaky voice. She rubbed her eyes. The 3 bears stood over her. "Oh my!" cried Goldilocks. Frightened, she jumped out of Baby Bear's bed and dashed downstairs. Goldilocks ran out the front door and into the woods as fast as her legs could carry her. The 3 bears never saw Goldilocks again. Their little house, deep in the woods, remained peaceful. And the porridge? Well, it was just right. I'm curious, what did you think of this book? This is one of those classic books that a lot of people learn about when they're in elementary school. And I want to know what you thought of it. So some of the classic books we've been reading, some of those storybooks, were The 3 Billy Goats Gruff, we read Rapunzel, we read The 3 Little Pigs, and now we read this classic, Goldilocks and the 3 Bears. I want you to go tell somebody near you, or tell a stuffed animal, or tell an animal what was your favorite part of the book. And I want you to tell them on your fingers all the things that happened in this book.
All right, so that was Goldilocks and the 3 Bears. I hope that you liked it. Bye.